Kaya Dreamers, welcome back to episode 4 of Primed and Clueless. Before we get started, I would like to just acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Aboriginal people. Sovereignty was never ceded, it always was and always will be Aboriginal land. I would like to pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. It is important to state this on a land in which we are telling stories today here.
Hello!
Episode 4.
Episode 4! Who would
1 month.
Who would have thought we would... Aww.
1 month of Primed and Clueless.
Aww.
That's so cute.
That is cute. And it took me that long to finish The Blob.
Look at this guy.
There he
Get
is.
out of here. What are you doing
That's
here?
his trademark leopard print mug that's too big for him. Here he is. He's done. He's finished.
You see those highlights? Because I do.
He's...
Cal, the skin color of him doesn't really pop when you're...
So after a month of time, he's
Cal just put Blob's butt cheeks to the screen.
yeah, you guys are waiting for that. There we go.
That's what we're here for.
There he is.
It's done.
He is done. Hope it was worth the wait. Hayden got Venom and Mysterio done. And even some Carnage?
Yeah, I did the second base coat for Carnage, but
No big
Mysterio I did a little bit off screen because I had to glue him together because he was just bits and pieces.
Yo.
It was a Mysterio of bits and pieces that I had to put together.
Nice.
It was a classic mystery.
Yeah. But today...
We're doing a little bit special. Crazy. What?
Just the cut to you being like...
Crazy. We are painting. They don't. Mine that I have here don't stand up on their own. Oh, they've fallen.
Case endpoint.
So. It's mirrored. Leave me alone. This is a character that you don't recognise because their campaign isn't released yet. So we're painting miniatures for a campaign that hasn't started yet.
Even been announced.
No, I don't even know what it's for.
Wow. I don't either. They've told me. I just don't pay attention. And this one is... You haven't? Oh, cool.
Can you show you off the glass tube?
Yeah, so this is a special character, the Tube.
The English transport of the train.
Fuck.
Just snap off a wing.
Bloke's having a full English on the tube. So, alright. Imagine this, but right side up.
I love that they're so fragile. They're incredibly fragile.
But yeah, I'm gonna be painting this.
Kale, was it you that did this with a truck and then crushed Iron Man?
Gonna be painting this.
Was that you or was that Jules?
Gonna be painting this little guy. I do not remember crushing Iron Man.
So we were playing Marvel Crisis and Jules was like, oh, producer princess, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, let's say this is the truck. Oh, look, this is what happens. The truck flies across the battlefield and lands on Spider-Man, but was holding the part that dislodges.
Oh, no.
So he just sent it into Iron Man or Spider-Man, I can't remember, and then he just bounced off.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
Anyway.
There's also this one. Oh, this one.
This one. Jewel.
This one.
This is it.
This one. It's reversed. Leave me alone. Yeah, it's this one.
It's the fact that they don't have bases means
It's
that we have
really
to...
difficult.
Yeah, look, this one.
Is that Ankle Man?
Yeah. Very scandalous character.
Anyway, so we're going to get into it because we have to finish these today.
Yes, we do.
Well, I have to finish my 2 in some... Oh, who cleaned the...
I've been given...
Jules, did you even... I don't think you did because there's a literal thing. Do we have an X-Acto knife on hand?
Oh.
I'll throw it at you.
Yeah, go for it. Kale, could you pass me the X-Acto knife, please?
Yeah, of course. Anyway.
So I will be X-Acto knifing because there's one absolutely clear as day bit that has not been X-Acto knifed. Unless, I don't know about you, but I don't have a right angle sticking out from under my armpit.
You... A lot of this show is just shrimp cam on both of us.
Look at this. That
Your
was
finger?
still on the Mini.
I'm so sorry.
You don't have one of those?
I'm not saying it ruins it.
I am.
You know what's so funny? There's a big part that didn't get primed because of it, but we'll leave it.
The silver isn't coming out of this bottle, and I'm squeezing.
No, don't, because I had a silver explosion
Whoa.
once.
That sounds like the worst cocktail ever.
Silver explosion?
Yeah.
Is this character wearing pants? Does this character have a tail? Oh my god, who cleaned this?
That's not a tail. Anyway, we're going to be shifting away from... We've done a lot of, like, Marvel discussions and a lot of Marvel miniatures over the past few episodes. We're going to be going into more, like, general tabletop stuff.
General tabletop?
Because we're going to be painting some nondescript... Is this for D&D? Can we say that? For Dungeons and Dragon? Yeah! Which you're going to have to start doing to find out what's going on with these guys.
This...
What's going on
I'm
over
not
there?
saying I'm mad.
You're mad.
Just disappointed.
So, for those of you who don't paint minis, a part of the hobby they don't fucking tell you about is that you've got to cut all the like mold lines off for some minis, otherwise they look like those $4 action figures that your nan gets you at the farmer's market.
The ones that's like, look at this action hero pack. It comes with Batman, Superman, Iron Man, Captain America, and Lightning McQueen.
I was just gonna say Lightning McQueen. It's got like Barry B. Benson on the fucking package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This person...
They all have like an LED in their chest
I
that
don't know
all...
if this person's wearing pants.
They're not, but you're giving away a crucial part of the fucking character, Hayden.
This character's not wearing pants.
That's a bard called No Pants Dance.
Nah, I'm just kidding. They're wearing pants. It's just a funny bit. Just being a little funny guy.
But for those of you who don't know, Hayden and I have played a lot of D&D
We have.
together. So we're going to be talking about general tabletop stuff, some tabletop etiquette. One of the things I wanted to get into first was I've been talking to people because I've become more open about my hobby. But I talk to people who have always said to me, like when I mentioned that I play D&D and paint miniatures for D&D, they're like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to play D&D, but like, you know, like I don't think I could get into the roleplay side of things, or like it's all too complicated, and like, I don't know, I was wanting to talk about today just like the different roadblocks that kind of cause a lot of people to not get into D&D, and like what we think you can do to get around them.
I can't remember for the life of me the people's name that are involved. But my favorite example of how to explain or how to get people into D&D is the guy that plays Punisher and the girl that plays Karen Page.
Oh.
They're sitting together in a room. I think it was an interview or it's a podcast, something like that. And he says, so you play D&D? She's like, yeah. And he's like, what does that entail? Like, what do you actually do?
Yeah.
Like, what does it entail? She goes, do you want to play D&D right now? And he's like, what do you mean? She's like, we can play it right now. There's no dice, but you can play it without dice. So she just says, she describes a basic fighter character for this guy.
Yeah.
And goes, you're walking along, there's a beaten path in front of you. You hear a twig snap. What do? And he just switches on.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, cool. So I've got a bow on my back. I draw the bow out. Do I what do I hear? She goes, cool. This is where the rolls come into it. And then she goes, maybe you roll a 7 and you're quite perceptive, but it's just not quite enough to determine what it is. And she just like goes on this like full explaining all of that. And he's like mesmerized.
Yeah.
Like, granted, he's an actor, so he's used to like, you know, getting into roles and like being in that position. But still, just seeing that, and I've done that before. Like, since watching that, people have been like, "Oh, so what does D&D mean?" And I'm like, and then you just do a little,
run the scenario.
yeah. And then it's also really fun to see what people say, because some people are like, "Oh, I'm scared, I run away." It's like, cool, you run away, you run into, and then you like, depending on who you're talking to, you go, "Oh, cool. I know for a fact that I'm talking to somebody who loves cats." You go, "Oh, cool. There's a baby panther injured. What do you do?" They're like, "Oh, can I save it?" And then that's like, you draw people in that way.
Yeah, and that's a thing as well. I've only ever really played D&D with like people who have experience acting, and a big part of it, and a big part that like kind of gets people, like intimidates people, is the roleplay side of things. But like what you're describing there, you don't really need true roleplay at all.
No, you just go, what would, like, you say this to these people, and they don't say, what would I do, as in, like, you know, what would my character do? They just go, what would I do in this situation? Like, I would, you know, how strong am I? Can I lift this broken down tree, or, like, this fallen over tree?
Yeah.
Do I hear anything? Oh, you hear wolves. Oh, well, I'm scared. I'm going to run away from the wolves. Cool, you run away from the wolves. Like, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah, like the core of, and I guess this goes back to, like, the Matthew Mercer effect, and, like, you know, these wonderful shows like Dimension 20 and Critical Role, and even D&D Live, where a lot of it is like this big show and these stories, and like making a series out of it that kind of like that has kind of eclipsed the fun of just playing the game and like running through these fun situations with your friends.
Yeah, like I've spoken to people that they've not consumed any D&D media. They just started playing D&D because one of the people was like, I got the starter set for Christmas from my nan, who was like, you must like this.
Yeah.
So he ran it for his friends, and they still talk about it. They're like, oh my god, do you remember that time I killed a goblin and wore him as a hat? And they're like, we like, he's like, I'm 95% sure we got all of the rules wrong. And I was like, but did you have fun? And they were like, yes. And I was like, cool, then you didn't do it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just so much. And yeah, I get like the biggest obstacle, the actual genuine obstacle, is finding a group.
Yeah. And getting a either consistent or somewhat regular,
yeah,
like, time to play. Like, I see all these like articles like, oh, this person's been running this game for 30 years, and I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How?
Well, because yeah, like you need it to be.
Do you have people hostage? Is that what's happened?
I think the actual biggest barrier to entry for enjoying D&D, because like there are plenty of ways to find groups and that sort of thing, but I think in order to enjoy D&D, it has to be, regardless of like skill level, regardless of knowledge of the game, it has to be with people you trust.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing, because I've tried D&D with strangers, and it's fucked. It's
there's a different level. I was fortunate enough that when I moved to Geraldton, I had a D&D group before I had a rental. Like,
really?
my priorities were set.
Yeah.
And I knew no one going into the group. Turns out I worked with the fiance of someone in the group, but I knew her as one name, and she had a Facebook account with that name, and then he was engaged to a different Facebook account with her as a different name.
What the fuck?
So I didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
Until I sat down and I was like, they're like, oh, so what do you do? And I was like, oh, I do this. And they're like, wait, my wife works in that, or my fiance works in that building. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Geraldton, small town, who would have thought?
There are 8 people, they're all racist.
But yeah, like, it's just, getting that group is insanely difficult. Yeah. It's such a task because of one reason or another. And also just like getting people that want to tell the same story.
Yeah, because there are very different types of D&D player, and everyone's in it for different reasons. And despite the numerous play styles and attitudes towards the game that exist in like my friend groups and in D&D Live itself, like, we are all still, I think, one umbrella of the people who enjoy the game. Because there are the like gamers TM that also play the game. There are a lot of people who are the reason why like r/D&D horror stories is such a thing. Hayden's got some fucking horror stories as well.
Oh, there's like, yeah, it's just, be safe. If you ever like, just
be safe.
Be safe. If you're ever, you know, going to somebody's house to play D&D for the first time with them, tell someone where you're going. You know what? That that's just in life. Just tell someone where you're going at all times. But also, don't join a online game during COVID. It's my biggest piece of advice.
Why's that?
Because someone might say something that's a bit horrific.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. I've been at some tables.
That's why I think the biggest thing, the easiest way to get into D&D is to just do it with people that you trust.
But also, don't be afraid to get those horror stories. No, I'm not saying put yourself in harm's way.
Yeah.
But don't let the thought of this group might be bad, or I don't want to find a group because I'm afraid it's going to be a bad group, stop you from looking for a group.
Yeah.
And there are multiple tools, and off the top of my head I don't know them, but there are multiple tools online for finding groups locally or finding groups online. Also, just put a post in your local community Facebook page. It's crazy the amount where people are like, oh, I'm looking for a D&D group, and it's just, you see the comments, it's just they're just tagging people they know that are also looking for groups, or oh, do you have a spare spot, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and nothing forges friendships like D&D.
Yeah, when you both cry over the idea of a character that doesn't exist,
Yeah.
no longer being imagined in a scenario. You both get torn up by that.
Yeah, someone who we just both hallucinate every week or so.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The idea that we've both sat at the table and cried over a character that we both imagine differently.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We both have this different idea of this character in our head. We've both been upset by their dying. And it's just that's just how it goes.
And neither of us can draw this character, so yeah, we only have our perception of that character in our heads.
Yeah.
And we're still oh no, my boy.
Not this character that realistically doesn't exist.
No, yeah. And we even workshopped emotional moments between the characters.
Yeah, we've because the amount of times that we've been in the same car together for a long period of time, we would both just go what would this conversation look like between these two characters? Because there would be times where we didn't play for a while, so we were play our own game.
Yeah.
Also, there are just speaking of that, there are Discord communities where people will chat in the Discord as their character during the day, and I'm that's
what
just
the fuck?
That's just amazing commitment. The amount of times where between sessions there's a time skip and two characters are let's roleplay this conversation. I've looked at the online tools because I lived regional for a few years, and just look at the online tools and see what there are. One of the big recommendations is just do a Discord server.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
I'm trying to find my light brown and I can't find it.
But also, this is kind of a golden age for getting into Dungeons and Dragons, because it's more popular now than it ever was, and not in a way where
It's not in the newspaper for being Satanic Panic.
Yeah, exactly. You can play it, and your parents will pretend to understand, but ultimately they'll be fine with it. But with Baldur's Gate 3,
I found it, guys.
Found the light brown,
folks. I found it.
With Baldur's Gate 3 and Stranger Things,
found it,
and all of that, it's never been more.
I found the light brown.
Yes, you did.
This guy.
Can we get an edit of top 10 Hayden and the light brown moments?
No.
Okay. But yeah, you're gonna be. You're not having to cast as wide of a net nowadays to get started.
You don't have to be hey, do you want to play D&D? The fuck's D&D?
Yeah, exactly. People know now, and that's crazy. What are you using the light brown for your mini?
Pants. I've done the dark pants, but I've got the light brown out because I'm I don't know if it's too dark because of the silver armor, but I've just also got it out because I want to do the boots as leather and then dry brush them with the light brown just to bring out the highlights, because there isn't really many highlights on the pants themselves, so it's not going to bring out anything besides I guess I could do on the front, but anyway. Yeah, I've got specific instructions from this person's character or this person's player for the weapons that this character is wielding, because they've got they've got a big sword on their back, a big hammer on their left hand, and a trident on their right. And I have very, very specific instructions.
Yeah.
I must do as I'm told.
I'm just doing a bunch of Dark Silver right now. This character is covered in armor, except for pants. I'll get to do my own pants later. That's exciting.
Yeah, get your pants out.
But now I'm just layering different shades of silver. I'm going like a dark gunmetal for the like helmet and sort of chest armor. And there are these chain sleeves that I'm going to do a more traditional silver, but I'm going to like shadow wash the whole thing and then highlight on top of that. So fingers fucking crossed that takes less than 2 hours.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
If it didn't.
Yeah. I work slow. Yes, hello. Hi. Hi, producer princess. How are you?
You
Yeah.
have to repeat it
Okay.
so that they can hear.
Okay.
I'll repeat it.
How
is
how does DMing
how does DMing
differ to DMing?
How does DMing a home game differ from DMing a D&D Live Presents game? I'm just that good.
That's not what she fucking said.
Well, no, I can't repeat what she said.
No, that's true.
Flash J.
To answer your question, it don't stank. But yeah, that question that Hayden said. It's like kind of like a lot of nice Kael. It's a performance is what I'm getting at. Cause like even now, this isn't how we like talk. This is our like kind of, I guess, radio voice.
Yeah, in real life, I talk like this, don't I?
Yeah, but it's like it's us.
I talk like this here on the street.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
But like,
very nasally.
with any performance,
Yeah.
especially one where you're trying to be candid like this, there are levels to it where like this is me. This is as close to me as you could probably get on like a recorded medium, live medium. But it's still like got a level of performance to it. I'm still performing, and
Did you say performing or performing?
I say performing. I think. Okay.
Preforming? Preforming? About to preform? Oh. Sorry. Anyway, as you were, carry on.
And I guess with DMing, it's like that as well. Because like all sort of DMing is kind of performance because you're spinning this story for people. But when it's at home, you can kind of allow yourself to be more.
You can stop and go, hey, pass me the pretzels.
Yeah, exactly. But when it's for D&D Live, as I've learned, you have to be more like on. You're because you're not just focused on game consideration, you're also focused on product consideration. That makes it sound more soulless and capitalist than I thought it would.
Well, because you're sitting there, and when you're DMing for your table, you sit there and go, this person will enjoy this, this person will enjoy that,
Yeah.
that person will enjoy that. But you've also got to sit there and go, the audience has to sit there and enjoy this.
Exactly, and like the audience doesn't have the pleasure of doing their silly character voices and making cool shit happen. Like, you've got to make sure that it's enjoyable for that side of things too. And that comes with like your, like a lot of like radio and like podcasting training where it comes to like, you notice every bit of dead air. And in D&D, like on D&D Live, as a DM, that feels like that's like your fucking responsibility. Like if there's dead air, you've got to steer it away somehow. You've got to make sure.
Do you want some live advice from Hayden about DMing for D&D Live Presents?
Sure.
Don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Just DM the My Little Pony campaign. Have no idea what's going on. I'm getting a thumbs down from producer princess / the CEO.
From the person who gives maybe the most fuck about this.
Just honestly, just watch a My Little Pony episode. Think about what else could happen in the episode, and then just do that.
Even if it's not a My Little Pony campaign.
Yeah. Just think about when you're running a campaign at home. Think about what would happen if the My Little Ponies were chucked in this scenario. Would they enjoy it? That's all sarcastic, by the way. The best piece of advice I can give you about DMing for D&D Live Presents is prep as much as you feel like you can. Don't burn yourself out. Do the best you can. If you walk away going, I did the best I could, then it's fine.
Yeah, and that was the thing. That was the thing with, because I DM'd Sundered Hearts.
Which, by the way, hot take. It was a good time.
Okay, Jesus fuck.
I had a good time.
You're gonna cream on my crops?
You know why they call it the cream of the crop? Because it's always rising to the top.
Timberlake. And I am gonna be real with you. This is gonna be an exclusive take from someone who's DM'd on.
Yeah, just keep playing with the mic real quick.
Oh, I'm gonna
take my horse.
But with
or without you.
What the fuck is it called? Sundered Hearts. Case in fucking point. I really didn't put as much as I could have into it, and that's something that's always kind of bugged me about it, is that like there is a level of effort that I know I can achieve with DMing, and I feel like I just kind of didn't with a lot of Sundered Hearts, and as such, I haven't really been able to walk away with like that sort of feeling of accomplishment.
Sorry to hear that, but I do think it was a good time, and I had a hoot.
Thank you. The players did fucking amazing. I was spinning a confusing labyrinth of a tale, and thanks to the player characters, like if I didn't have you guys to like bounce off of and like have those ideas reflected off of, I would have no story to tell.
Well, that's the thing with DMing. You create the puzzle, and the players have to come up with the solution. Oh no!
Oh, I just fucking busted black shadow wash everywhere. One of the best campaigns we've ever. Oh, thank you.
Why don't you just say that?
Because you're afraid we're gonna.
There's a noise gate on the mic.
Because there's a noise gate on the mic, and you and every other thing you said we've turned into a bit.
Jules said, and I quote, "You're not allowed to DM for D&D Live Presents anymore."
Yeah.
Slander!
And that's fair enough, honestly. Oh, I was going to make a joke about a monetary value. But... And thank you. And I'm glad that people enjoyed it. I'm glad that the players had a good time. And people who are watching it seem to like it, which is great. Speaking of, going to be uploading on the VOD channel. D&D Live Presents 2. Is that what it's called?
Electric Boogaloo, I'm pretty sure. It's just called Electric
It's on the
Boogaloo.
main channel.
It's on the main channel?
Yeah, the main channel. So that cool.
Wow. So it's going to be
This
on...
goes on the VOD channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't as good.
Yeah. Me playing a character is cool. Me being me is not cool enough.
Anything I feel.
Yeah, like I think you're right. It's like you kind of get out of it what you put into it, and
Much like life, no?
much like life. A lot of D&D, I've noticed, a lot of D&D like advice is just good like a hookup culture advice. Stay with me here.
Keep it casual and keep it casual and keep protected.
Keep it casual. Stay safe.
If it ain't on, it ain't on.
Don't do it online during COVID. Don't be afraid to get yourself out there. Don't let the horror stories kind of deter you. Go out there, have fun, but it is best.
Hayden's not bad at it.
Hayden's not bad at it. Hayden and I have done it before.
We do it in the car.
We do it in the car. People do it over Discord, and
People roleplay really good sometimes.
it's best with people you trust.
I know you're making a joke, but there is definitely a level of it is an intimate experience.
It is absolutely.
Not as intimate. As
I've launched across knocking boots.
Well, I wasn't gonna say smash and piss holes live on air.
I knew that one was coming. I knew you were gonna say smash and piss holes eventually.
Episode 4, baby.
What'd you say earlier? Plant the flag?
That was
Jesus.
that was a topical reference
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
for the conversation that we were having at the time.
Yeah.
You just happened to walk in during. It's your fault really for walking in at that exact moment.
You can't What?
What did I do?
I'm doing the shadow wash now on the armor, by the way.
Update.
I'm doing the shadow wash now on the armor, by the way.
I'm trying to get the spot right.
Wow.
Brown pants, silver.
Brown pants.
In Minecraft. Look at the trident. How cool is that? What do you think?
The camera is movable.
Silver.
I wish.
Who do you think I am, Dana Brennan? Silver. Kind of giving the Mandalorian right now. That's Hayden. Hi. Whoa. So this is the fucking hey.
Oh, our toy's been taken away from us because we abused
This is the hey.
Wait, actually?
Well, I've essentially put silver on him and am now making the silver darker with witchcraft.
Nice. I nearly just dipped my brush in my conch.
Nearly just dipped my conch.
In my brush. Also,
What?
when it comes to D&D,
Yeah.
other TTRPGs,
Uh-huh.
try out some new ones. That's all I'm saying. Expand your horizon. There's some good ones out there. Some that aren't made by billion-dollar companies or million-dollar companies,
Well, I'm playing Daggerheart at the moment.
which is made by a million-dollar company.
Yeah, true. Fuck. But it's $1 million company that we've spent hours getting to know. And it's a unique gameplay system, and I think it's one that
Made by storytellers for storytellers.
yeah, and it's really really fun, and it got less of like that 1970s fucking restrictiveness to it that a lot of D&D can have. And because it's not as like well trodden ground, there is like less cliche to a lot of the stuff that's happening.
You feel like you're actually breaking new ground on things.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get a bag of holding in D&D and you're like, oh great, cool, finally. But like something cool happens in Daggerheart and you're like, whoa,
Wow, wow, wow.
wow, wee wow. But yeah, it's yeah, exactly. You should mess around because at the end of the day, at the end of the fucking day,
It's the end of the day.
at the end of the day, it's the end of the day. You go to sleep. You gotta be asleep with yourself and yourself only.
Remember that.
Remember that.
I've always said that.
Every day, every day I wake up and I wake up every day and I got up that day. You remember that?
We'll talk about that later, Kael.
How's your miniature going?
You're good.
I was cooking, but the power's out.
I'll fix that.
POV, you're a pot of paint on the table.
With or without you.
With or without you.
I can't leave.
Mysterious hand up in here.
Whose elbow is that? Meow.
Ah.
Yeah.
With or we.
He looks good. He
Yeah.
looks better, but he looks good.
His face is glowing.
He says.
But yes, I recently played Monster of the Week.
Don't care.
I had fun with it. That's karma.
Oh, there's still shadow wash on it.
That's live action karma.
Oh.
That's what happens, Kael.
This is
You deserved that.
This is the tech. You've got to put it in your mouth. Trust me.
Much like life, no?
Yeah. How did Monster of the Week go ahead?
No, I'll tell you no. You don't get to know.
Okay.
You
Do care.
disrespected me and my family.
Do care.
Do I care?
I do care
You don't.
about
You don't
you.
like me, Kael.
I don't.
What the fuck?
I love you. Say it back.
No. Mm.
What? How was talk to me about Monster of the Week, please?
It's good fun. It
Please.
was a different type of game too. It was a
Yeah.
lot more like you're playing a TV show, not you're playing like a real live like like D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Because there's like
What do you mean?
While this is happening, we're going to cut to the other side of the city where this bad thing's happening.
Right, so it's
And
just like in real time.
Yeah, it's a lot of like, oh, you've fluffed around for 20 minutes. Your dad's dead. I don't know the rules.
Taylor's old as time, right?
Yeah.
God. Hug your family members, because you don't know when you're going to fluff around for 20 minutes.
Yeah, well. When I've always said that when you fluff,
Huh?
and when you fluff around after but then
Swells.
but then you.
It's okay, buddy. Sound it out. It's okay.
It's okay. Take five. Take your time.
I lean over and I'm like, when you...
I forgot to read the script before today's episode. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I tried to remember it, but I couldn't.
This is all painstakingly blocked. So what you see is like a lack of complete and utter anything is actually really calculated.
The idea that Jules gives us a script and then we just go, nah.
Yeah.
Script? Who?
So anyway, cock and ball.
No, that was actually in the script, actually.
Yeah, that's true. We have to drop the cock and ball segment. Sorry, everyone. Anyone in chat right now? Chat, turn up.
Do we have any questions on the Discord?
Yeah.
I was expecting like a... No.
Question for chat, if chat wants to answer questions right now.
We're mixing it up.
I wanted to ask what kind of stuff has like stopped other people from getting into the game before? Because I know the like nerdy stigma was something big for me that like stopped me from really getting into it.
Yeah, you really hid around the nerdy stuff. You kept that all to yourself.
Yeah. But this was like a level of nerd that I just was not ready to become.
I definitely think there's that idea at one point. There was like I like this nerdy stuff, but I don't play D&D.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's definitely that, like... Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, even now, I have this weird superiority about not painting Warhammer. I don't know why. Exactly, and like, the Warhammer models are fucking crazy good.
I started painting them the other day.
Very good. Hayden paints kill teams as well.
I do. Paint them wrong, but I paint them.
Yeah.
I painted so there's 3 aggressors in a unit, right?
Amen to that.
Yeah, well, I've painted one to look like Venom, one to look like Carnage, and then primed one white to be like anti-Venom. Wonderful. Because they're all supposed to be the same color, and they're supposed to be the same color as the entire rest of the army to represent their one army. I said no.
Nope. Symbiote. That's really sick.
I painted one of the captains to look like Batman. So he's just like black and grey and then has like a yellow symbol on his shoulder of a bat.
Nice.
I was like, you know what? Blaze your own trail.
Yeah. Hayden also painted a kill team to look like... Whoa! They're answers to my question?
Scared of placing trust in a DM with something I've created and care so much for. Felt too embarrassed. If you're too embarrassed to bring up like the fact that you play D&D, then like you shouldn't. I know it's like, oh, just don't.
That was my thing. Even on like dating apps and stuff, I never mentioned it.
But like, imagine meeting someone and then like you have to hide. Yeah, no, right. You have to hide the fact that you play D&D.
Yeah.
Like it's also like it's a hobby. People with hobbies are generally cooler. Imagine if you said to someone, "What do you do?" Like to switch off, and they're like, "Just stare at a wall."
Oh, I like to frolic. What is D&D if not frolicking, but for the mind? Yeah.
But I also understand that trusting a DM with something you've created, like it is hard when you've like spent a long time making a character to then put it in front of a DM. The DM's like, oh yeah, they just like lose their arm in the first episode, so now your character that you've like made now has like, you know, they can't use their left arm anymore. So what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I don't want to have to deal with that with this character.
As much praise.
The first ever game I played.
The first ever game I played.
I'm saying it loud enough.
Okay.
The first ever game I played, someone died. Outright.
Player or
died.
character?
Player.
Player.
No.
Jules like, I leant across the table, got my pen out, slammed the pen on the desk, slammed their head on the pen.
So they were like 10, 15 sessions into a
I thought you were going to say they were 10.
A 10-year-old rocked up to D&D, their character gets evaporated.
like 15 sessions into the campaign already.
Hmm.
I join. They die within the first hour.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, that's rough.
Not even meaningful. They just got trampled by a crowd, and that was it.
Although I will say, like, death is a thing in D&D. You've got to like go into it thinking like, I know you've got to trust the DM to not do anything fucky, but you can't go into it thinking like, oh, I've got plot armor, I can't die. It's like, no, your character most likely will die.
I remember my first player character death. I was kind of begging for it, but also the death
tend to
was
do
bullshit. We took down a big bad, and the big bad, the DM was like, oh yeah, also the big bad explodes and kills you instantly.
No, the big bad.
Hey now, that's unfair. That's not fair.
The big bad.
Go on.
The big bad
Sorry.
killed. Well, like, as it was dying, was like exploded and killed. Like it did damage to everyone around it. But Kael had sustained so much damage from earlier on in the session, and reduced Kael's maximum hit points down to the fact that it got killed outright.
Tell that story again.
Is this the story that I'm a part of?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
So this is a bone claw. I DM'd for Hayden one time,
Twice, I think.
and this is like the first fucking encounter. Character that like Hayden and I have been like we'd been playing D&D for like a while, almost like a year or two at that point, and the campaign ended because the DM left, and I was like, I'll pick up DM, and I'll keep this campaign running for my friends and for me selfishly. I wanted to keep playing my characters, but as a DM. And for the first big fight was with a bone claw, and the bone claw grappled Hayden's character and dove into the ocean, killing him.
Yeah. Died. By death.
So I have the blood on my hands.
If it makes you feel any better, I've created a character and the first roll they've ever done was a death save.
So like, yeah, there are certainly some room for improvement with DMs as well as there is with players.
But I've also made characters that have been expanded on by the world the DM has provided.
Exactly.
I just want to say that as well. It's not all like, oh, I started playing and the DM was like, haha, you've now got a cold for the rest of the campaign. This big one.
Yeah.
Hayden, what about your experience with Eshays?
I got killed by a bunch of Eshays. My first ever
In real life.
player character death was to a bunch of Eshays. Like, full blown, like, Eshay, bar!
Yeah.
Give us your TNs, bar! And they just killed my character. Because I rolled a nat 1 and then failed the death save. I will say, though, it is my fault that the cleric didn't heal me.
Hayden kept rolling his little body across the battlefield.
No, they decided to attack instead of using any healing word, which is my fault.
Yeah, true.
I should have.
GG healers.
Yeah. GG. Heal a diff.
Healer diff.
Heal a diff, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. They should have cast 9th level Lunar Snow ult and kept you guys alive.
And I'm pretty sure... Nah, we won't get into that.
No, go for it. Let's get it off your tits, bro.
What?
Get it off your chest.
I don't remember this.
Get it.
This character has like, I don't know if it's a misprint or what, but they've got like a chunk taken out of their ear. That's actually either really cool character. I just,
That was the bit you cut off earlier.
It's a really cool character.
Oh. Got a big idea.
Maybe like really cool character.
That's a lot of yellow I'm seeing on that character over there.
Their skin color.
Can we go into that? Are we allowed to go into
Yankee.
the... Wow.
Which is very interesting because I've never been at the table where anyone's played a Githyanki, so it's exciting to watch someone play a Githyanki.
Yeah.
The only time I've had anything to do with a Githyanki is Baldur's Gate.
But one of them wrestle fucked me.
I ruined a Baldur's Gate run because in the beta, when you killed, what's the Githyanki's name? Lae'zel?
Lae'zel.
When you kill Lae'zel, you can take her armor. So I took her armor, but I was a dwarf, and the model didn't fit around the dwarf.
Yeah.
It stretched and shrunk, as in like it went wide and then like shortened.
Yeah.
So it's just me and this Githyanki armor. It's just like, yeah. And then she was just like, "Oh, wearing my armor. Let's fight." Also, because someone spawned in a spider or something. It was crazy. It was the whole thing. You had to be there.
The beta was fucked.
Yeah, the beta was a good time though.
Yeah. I feel really bad for people who go back to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 thinking that...
Imagine playing Baldur's Gate 3 and then going, oh, I want to play the originals. What are they like?
There's no vampire polycule in this. Who the fuck's Minsk?
I don't even know what Minsk is.
I don't even know who Minsk or Boo is. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
Right over there, Kael.
No. So I'm mixing some brown, because this character is an ASMR with some skeletal wings. So I'm going to base with some dusty brown, and then go over with a more traditional skeleton tone, and then go over with some bleached bone, which is a WizKids paint. Very exciting.
I'm so glad I did the silver first, because I'm getting so much Githyanki on the silver.
Yeah.
Break update.
Re-break update?
No, is it close to break?
Wow.
Is it actually? That's crazy.
No, the producer just says these things.
That's revenge.
Is that what the character's gonna sound like? And this, and this is, and then this is gonna. This will be this okay. This this is where I'm at with this character. It's still very dark at the moment with the armors and such. But I'm about to do the big bone wings on the back. That's very exciting. I've done some purple pants as well, very dark purple. Might do some very subtle highlights on that. But yeah, looking far more complete than my blob did it at this stage, so I'm very happy.
Hey, if you start good, you can't go any better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can
You gotta
always
leave room to grow. And I've always said that.
You can always fuck it up in the halfway point, though. That's that's my motto. Never forget that.
Anyway, so I think we're gonna go on a break now.
Yeah.
So make sure, get something to drink, grab yourself a little snack, and we'll be back for the second half of episode 4 of Primed and Clueless after the break. We miss you already.
Miss you already.
Miss you already. Hey, come to me and the day my daughter wedding.
Thank you for being here. Actually, it means a lot to me and my daughter.
You come here on the day of my daughter's wedding.
That means you got my invitation.
That means the cake she posted in the mail. I thought you'd miss it.
I was telling her, Sandra, you're forgetting the mail every time.
And I said I put it in express and I did not worry you wouldn't get it in time.
So I'm glad, Vinny, that you can make it.
Vinny, come here. You know I love you.
It's a beautiful day.
You tell you what, you wouldn't miss my daughter's wedding. I'll tell you what, we'll scrap the idea that you owe me 40 grand, but we'll just, the day of my daughter's wedding, we'll just worry about this.
Yeah. Primed and Clueless.
Oh, we started?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Alright, welcome back to episode 5? Is that what we're doing?
Episode 4.
Oh, shit. What? We're still doing episode 5?
A New Hope.
My goodness.
Bless you. Yeah, we're still painting miniatures. Crazy that. I'm painting
You know when like people say like their life flashes before their eyes when they die? Just miniatures. Just sitting in this room painting miniatures.
Do you think... Pardon me.
Just fart?
No. I'm not gonna drop brown in the studio. Anyway. Do you think that when we die, instead of our loved ones and family members around us on our deathbed, it's just gonna be all of our miniatures?
Just a bunch of miniatures going, we loved you for putting a good coat of paint on us.
The ones that
Thank you.
I couldn't do faces at the start, so they're
None of them have eyes.
begging to join me.
Toy movie idea. I'm trademarking this. Toy Story.
Yeah.
But it's painted miniatures.
Oh, there'd be like 3 characters in mine.
There'd be no kobolds.
There'd be no. I'll tell you that much right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Welcome back. Episode 4, Primed and Clueless. Shenanigans is well and truly kicked off.
Yeah.
We're on the second half. I'm still painting this Githyanki lady. It's a good time.
Is not to discredit the person whose character this may be, but this is a /pause. Giving amazing Lae'zel vibes. That's just a really good like Lae'zel miniature over there. It's really sick.
Yeah, like realistically, you'd be like, you just change the weapon. You're like, yeah, it's just Lae'zel.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Are you saying that all Githyanki are the same?
Yeah, I fucking hate the Gith.
The Gith?
Yeah, hate
They're
those.
different to the Githyanki.
I sound
They're
weird,
two
like...
separate races.
I mean,
Remember the elephant people?
no, Gith.
Gith?
That's
Gith.
that's Gif. The Githyanki and Githzerai are both Gith. I hate Gif. I hate all of them. Fuck them all. Gith are also. Did I just mansplain D&D to someone who knows more? Damn,
Story
that
of your
sucks.
life.
Story of my life. The hippos? Gif. I don't hate the Gif. They are warmongers, but Gif are also warmongers.
For all the GIF lovers in chat.
GIF. I don't know. It's just such like a 70s design. They're just kind of rancid to look at.
Kael hates the 70s.
I hate GIF because of how they look. Yikes.
Welcome back. We're going to start that episode again.
Another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody.
I got some money, cause
I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. See, when you get in trouble on the internet, just sing.
Yeah.
Crack
Get
out.
a ukulele.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
But yeah,
No.
this
Let it cook.
is an ASMR.
Let it cook.
An ASMR with bone wings. Working on the bone wings at the moment.
The bone wing for John Lennon.
Bone. Oh, I found a bunch of bone wings in the garage, Paul. Gonna write a song about it.
I'm gonna solder them together. I'll put them together with super glue, John.
Lacey's got a lovely pair of bone wings. That's David Bowie.
Fuck's sake, Kael.
Fucking hell. Britphobic as well. Jesus.
Britphobic?
Yeah. Get my British people.
What was that?
Producer Princess Jules is also one of them. So, let out a sigh.
Was David Bowie
Chat
also?
said daysplain when you said mansplain.
Mansplain?
When you said mansplain, they said daysplain.
Daysplain.
Daysplain, Iceplain, we all explain for Daysplain.
Yeah. Thanks for they theming me.
You just got
Thanks for
corrected.
they-theming me.
Fuck you for everything else.
So one of my favourite quotes from Kael is "Thank you for they theming me, also fuck you for everything else."
Because it was like they theming me, but like while digging me.
Well, no, but it was also like while like pitching you as this character of just like a horrific person.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
they do this, and it's like, oh, thank
It's
you.
not like Jules to depict someone as a horrific person.
Yeah.
You actually don't have
Hey Jules, you wanna
just today to do these minis. You've got next week as well.
thank the fucking maker, because otherwise, this guy would be bad.
Big brain. We got them a week early.
Oh, that's good.
Remember?
This character's kind of cheap.
So I could.
You've got 2 minis to do, Hayden.
I know this. You don't have to explain it to me, Jules.
I've got one.
Look at me, I'm flexing the fact that I paint slower than everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm practically done, actually.
As Phil Collins once
Just kidding.
said,
I'm not actually.
you can't hurry love.
No, he was great live. Almost as good as Cher.
Is he alive?
Yeah. He's not doing great, but he's still alive.
That's good, that's good, that's good.
He didn't play the drums. He had his son playing the drums. It was really cute, actually. What's your favourite concert you've been to?
That's a question.
Have you been to a concert before?
Yeah, I've only been to 3 concerts in my life. I've been to... Get this.
Which performance of ABBA was your favourite? And that's me.
I haven't seen ABBA. Have you seen ABBA in concert?
No, they're dead. No, they're just not. They're just retired. You
They're...
saw ABBA in concert? Where? How? When? The
Holocaust?
Okay. The holographs.
What the fuck is that?
Doesn't
That was
count.
the best concert of my life.
I've heard that.
Like-
Plus Jen.
I've heard that the holographs of ABBA are a
And
good
I've
concert.
seen Hosier.
Was he also a holograph?
The Killers. I've seen them all.
Oh.
I've seen Phil Collins and Cher, so
I've seen 21 Pilots and Ed Sheeran.
I've seen Lewis Capaldi, which is rarer than a lot of these at the moment.
Before you go.
Oh my god!
You just sweaty.
Yeah, I watched Lewis Capaldi sing about his sweaty gooch. Did Hosier sing about their sweaty gooch?
Oh, if he did though.
Hosier spoke
So
about
no.
Palestine and sang a protest song
My sweaty gooch just last
and didn't go like that.
It's a really long-winded-
That's Bon Iver.
That's a long-winded way of saying no.
My gooch sweaty.
Oh, you can sweaty gooch.
No, you just have the taint.
You just have the taint. Do you know Phil Collins sang the Tarzan soundtrack in like English, Spanish, French, Italian, and like Latin? It's crazy.
Taban.
All at once too. It was crazy.
It's unlistenable.
They layered it
Yeah.
to save money. They layered it and then just like soloed the vocal tracks, exported, soloed the other one, exported, soloed the other one, exported.
Yeah, I saw Ed Sheeran on the fucking Multiply tour back when he made like songs.
Was that when he had like just him, a guitar, and a step pedal?
Yeah. It's really cool.
Was that when he was a rotisserie spinner?
Passenger opened for him.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Wow.
Could you imagine it like?
Passenger, Foy Vance, and Rudimental all opened for him.
Could you imagine like hard flashback to that concert and you just barge by Jules and like get out of my way and then just
That's
like
what you should talk about. How long I've been in your life.
Get out of my way, T-slur. I'm here to see Ed Sheeran.
That's what you should. How long
It was a
I've
month before
secretly
Kael.
been in your life, Kael.
Yeah, so Jules has been watching and waiting for years. Has known me far longer than I've known her, and it's kind of scary. Did a performance in like my first run-in with Jules. My
your
first
run-in?
my first encounter was
Kael hit me with that car.
No, Kael hit your mum.
was Jules directed a show that I was in like 2019, 2020,
Hey,
2021,
I saw that.
2021,
Like 4 or 5 years ago.
2021.
No, it would have been 2021. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I came back from Geraldton for it.
Turns out Jules had seen another performance of mine in like 2015 or something.
Was it Jesus Christ Superstar?
It was not Jesus Christ Superstar.
That's all I know that Kael was in. Was it the one where you played like the Englishman with the violin?
No, it was Cluedo.
What?
Where I played Colonel Mustard.
You played Colonel Mustard.
Yes, and Jules. For high school, and Jules's sibling was also in that show. A friend of the show, Emmett Astor, was also in that show, and that's why Jules was there. And Jules took note of me, remembered my name, my face, everything. I did not see Jules or notice Jules in the crowd at all.
Why not?
Because this random kid.
You didn't have a Step Brothers moment when, like, you know, in Step Brothers when the dad's on stage.
Yeah.
And he sees them up in the crowd, and they're just like, ah.
Can't say I did. And then years later, 2021.
Jules rings.
in a huge
Jules,
There's a huge part.
you got headhunted by Jules because of your performance as Colonel Mustard.
I'll give you a hint.
What?
Not just noise.
Oh, fuck. So, while I was studying radio with Hayden,
I forgot about this part.
yeah, Jules was also a music student at the same TAFE, and I was broke, and as such, I used the TAFE laptops, and I used them not just for work.
Sorry. Put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Did you also find a laptop that always had Julian Assange videos just open on it?
There was one member of the class who was just there for Julian Assange, and every time
Kael would open a laptop, it'd just be the same video of Julian Assange.
So this is why I'm voting to free Julian Assange.
It was just like relentlessly every single time too. It wasn't a new video; it was an old video, and it was just the same one every time. Anyway,
But yes, I had used Instagram. I'd used Instagram on this laptop, and I left my Instagram open, and then Jules, in the fucking music depth, had changed my profile picture to like an attack helicopter or some shit, just as a warning, just to be like,
yo, don't do this again.
don't do this again.
Don't leave your Instagram logged in on the TAFE computers.
Yeah.
Because someone, Jules, might take that and do something
Well,
heinous.
someone could do something awful with it.
Yeah.
All I did was change Kael's profile picture to an attack helicopter and then log out and hit don't remember login info.
That's
Yeah.
so kind of you, actually. You're just such a good soul.
There goes my hero.
And there was a good chunk in between Kael meeting me for this show and until I told you that story.
Yeah. It was what, like, the more I worked with Jules professionally, the more she would drop like these little moments. It's like, oh yeah, I've met you at this point and like this point in time and like this, and it's like, wow. And now look at us.
I used to listen to that freaking show.
The radio show. Our radio show would fucking blare through the halls of this crusty little dungeon of a building, and Jules and other students would be forced to listen to us
We complained
knuckleheads.
about it so much.
Because yeah, you were trying to study, and then here we are being like, wow, Kyle Sandiland said what? We're doing this.
And then could you imagine Jules stressing over the most important performance of her life?
Yeah.
Trying to really like get these chords down, like, you know, Jules might say something along the lines of, oh, I just can't get these chords right.
Music.
And you just hear Hayden and Kael at that exact moment going, which landscape building in Perth would win in a battle?
Yeah. My money's.
In the studio, writing a song with Cav Templey from Eskimo Joe.
Oh no.
Kael and Hayden just blaring in the background.
Eskimo, no.
We would do that. They didn't ask us to bring our own portal speakers, but we did because we wanted everyone to hear us.
Oh my god. That's embarrassing.
It's like the city in which we live is a small one, you know? There's not a lot of room to not know people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, when I first started going clubbing,
Norma Jeans.
What?
Oh, I just remembered Norma Jeans.
What is that?
Sorry, it's top floor now. Normas. The sticky floor, fucking overprotective bouncer Normas.
Anyway.
You will get kicked out if you look even a little bit drunk. Yes.
Religiously on the train ride home would meet people that I went to primary school with.
That's fucked.
There was a good 5 times in a row where I would just be sitting there and someone would go, did you just go to like insert this primary school here? And I'd go, yeah, why? And they're like, oh my god! And it's just like, what the fuck? Yeah. So why do you remember when I looked like that? Get out of my face. Get out of my face. I don't want to speak to you.
Get away from my daughter's wedding.
Get away from my daughter's wedding. You don't know me. You don't know me.
We were talking. We were speaking.
Norma Jeans.
No more jeans. I was talking to someone who I work with. We work up in the city, and they're talking to me about how like they're talking to someone from Mandurah, and they're like, oh, how weird is it that like, you know, this person from Mandurah wants to like drive up to me, and I was like, yes, that's all we fucking do. All we do is drive up for shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing down here.
No, there's nothing down here for us.
There's nothing down here. Everyone's already met everyone else. Everyone's already seen everything else.
Yeah. And like I used to do the 5-hour drive. So like we were talking the other day and it's like, oh, we'll go like to a Perth trip and I'll drive like just there and back. Like, yes, it's like, you know, a 2-hour round trip. That's nothing.
That is nothing.
That's I could do that needing to pee.
Yeah.
Like
if you are a young person who lives in Mandurah through to Rockingham, you are dropping 3 hours on going to the city.
Yeah.
Like that, there is just nothing else to do. Living in Mandurah is less about living in Mandurah and more about
the Kwinana freeway.
Yeah, how can we get to the fucking important shit?
Yeah. It's just not a good time.
Yeah.
Don't recommend it. Don't do it.
Living in Mandurah is having your Tinder radius set to like 80 fucking kilometers.
And it's like, oh, are you okay with traveling this far? I want to.
I am.
Give me a reason to.
I am blessed. I am absolutely blessed. And then I moved to Coburn.
Right in the middle.
I moved to Coburn, and then my lovely, darling, beautiful partner is in Mandurah.
I moved to Mandurah at the exact time. That's all I'm saying.
I love you guys willingly doxing yourselves on the internet.
What do you mean?
Oh, fuck.
Big suburbs though, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yes, I live in this town.
I live in 867 North Maple Drive.
My name's Tony Stark and I'm not afraid of you.
No, that's a slash ref. It's from the movie Big Fat Liar. It's where Marty Wolf gets sent on a wild goose chase.
You would know.
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Gian here, Smarty. Have you seen Real Rob?
Real Rob?
Yeah.
I ain't even seen the fake one.
It's Rob Schneider's TV show where he's just him. And it's like he's like trying to do a one-man Modern Family, and it's awful.
And it's not good.
And it's kind of stinky.
Good.
This Coca-Cola and this paint water look way too.
That's what I was saying. We need like to not have
Taste the feeling.
paint mug. We need to have like a paint bowl.
Look at this. This is the same liquid.
Yeah, I'd drink this.
This is the same. This is the same liquid. Look at that.
One moves, and the other one's Coke.
One of them is drinkable. The other one is fucking paint. Hey,
Move it out. Move you. Arrgh. Get your dog. You don't bite. Yes, you do.
yes you do. Hey,
Yes, Kael.
you want to talk about Urag Bramblevest for a little while?
Do I have to?
Don't have to.
Have we already talked about my first ever character?
We have. We talked about Urag. We talked about Spore.
Yeah. Urag was my first character that like I actually played. My first character I actually made was Crimea. Shout out Crimea. He died. So did Urag. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Everybody dying.
He died. I just have like a want of my characters to die, I realized.
People are always dying. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's so brave of you to say, Kael.
Dragon Age Veilguard out now.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm trying to get a sponsor. I'm trying to get the collector's edition. Yeah. Yeah, they're sending them as we speak. There's no way they're missing this golden opportunity.
What was the last email I got was actually sponsorships await you.
Raid Shadow Legends.
It literally is.
Why don't we do that?
I don't want to.
Oh,
That
Hayden.
sounds like somebody who doesn't have the absolute goal to play Raid Shadow Legends.
Hayden, I don't feel like painting this miniature anymore. I've got 30,000 power and Rise of Kingdoms.
I love that.
Marvel Strike Force?
How do we strike a
Why did they send a picture of Wolverine just spreading his fucking hamstrings at us? Is that a threat?
We'll send this guy to your house
We will
if you
send-
don't do the sponsorship deal.
We will send spread Hugh Jackman
We will spread Hugh Jackman.
in front of you. Yes?
For the people that don't know, Roblox.
Roblox.
Have you ever Robloxed?
No.
You should. I played the Titanic game mode. I won.
How do you win? Did you
don't-
play as the iceberg?
Nah,
Then how?
I just won. Because I'm just that good.
I love when in the Titanic movie.
You love in the Titanic movie.
Yeah.
It's so brave of you to say, Kael.
What's your favorite?
James Cameron movie? Or Titanic bra moment?
What's your favorite moment in Titanic? Don't worry, Tegan. Mine's not going to be the propeller guy.
Boobies. Nah, it's when Jack's like, the deleted scene when.
Where Jack swims back up and is like, I'm here.
Nah, my favorite is when the two main characters are running down a hallway. There's water flowing behind them. It's really intense, but they're horrifically face swapped with like the stunt doubles.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's really bad.
I did not know that. That's awful.
It's so good. I love it so much.
My favorite is when Rose, like current day Rose, drops her amulet into the sea, the like sapphire amulet, and she's like, and then the post-credit scene where it shows Thanos on the sea floor and he picks it up.
He's just there with the helicopter. It's underwater, and he's just like,
I'll do it myself. The iceberg.
what's like everybody more down there going, the nobility.
he's like on the sea floor to like all of the Titanic victims, just like, rejoice, for in death you have become children of Thanos.
He's just like doing this, just swimming around. Rejoice. Everybody more in a one piece would be hilarious though.
God no.
Love to see it.
Yeah. Do you think they evacuated all the women and children first on the Titanic so all the men could kiss?
Yeah, they're like quickly
Before we
Let them see.
before we die.
One quick smooch for the road.
Yeah.
By the road, I mean the afterlife.
For the road, open brackets, death, close brackets.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. The best thing that happened to the Titanic was it sunk.
I mean, would have been cool if those guys got to go to the Big Apple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, would there have been a movie about a ship getting from point A to point B?
That's true.
I don't think the ship cares about the fang.
What makes you say that?
I don't think the ship.
I don't think the ship cares about the fame.
Yeah, do you think the Titanic's down there getting royalty checks? The
The biopic about the Titanic goes hard though.
biopic.
It's also played by a monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Don't.
sent Jules
Yeah.
the box office numbers of Better Man.
Uh-huh.
Jules, can you please pull up the Better Man box office numbers?
Better Man, for those of you who have been living under a chip-shaped rock, is the Robbie Williams?
Yep.
They stopped releasing box office info after the first week.
Why?
Just so you know, because it was bombing. But
People didn't want to see the
as
chimp
of
movie?
the first week, these are the numbers.
It's so good.
So the budget, guess what the budget of the movie was.
Oh,
Not you.
I know.
No.
120 million.
Close, 110 million.
Whoa.
Guess how much money it made.
5 million.
17 million.
But that's, 110 to 17.
Yeah.
That's 100 million down the Robbie Williams.
Down the Robbie Williams.
Because you can give your actor a chimp aesthetics.
Not as bad as my favorite movie bomb of all time.
What's that?
So there's a movie called Billionaire Boys Club, starring Kevin Spacey.
Brilliant.
Like right after all the stuff about Kevin Spacey dropped.
Yeah.
I want you to guess how much money it made on its opening day.
$2.
I'm gonna say 1,000.
Say $1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah.
$126. $126.
That's good.
And then for its opening weekend, it made $287.
Oh my god. That's rough.
Oh my god. That's incredible. The fact that, like, what would you, like, I would say, when did that movie come out? What year?
2018.
2018. The ticket prices, anywhere between $20 to $30. It's like maybe 40 people saw that.
Well, like one edgelord saw it like twice.
Maybe it was, that guy that saw Star Wars: A New Hope like 200 times, and he was in the paper or something like that.
Yeah,
There's one dude that saw this movie 40 times, and they told him to not come back.
Oh, that fucking photo of the guy who watched Captain Marvel like 10 times.
What?
Have you seen that? It's like Brie Larson like soy jacking into the camera. Love Brie Larson, by the way. She deserved better. And then like there's this dude who like saw Captain Marvel's like 10 times behind her, and he's just like waving to the camera.
140.
Whoa! Yeah, never mind. He did.
The guy who saw Captain Marvel like
140
a stupid
times.
amount of times. Yeah.
How?
It wasn't in the movies for 140 days.
Because if you watch
multiple times a day, every day.
if you watch Captain Marvel enough times, you get given an ally badge. That's how you do it. Because after all, you can decide if you're an ally or not. Just
No, I have a mouse pad.
the and Brie Larson.
I didn't get to decide to be an ally. I got
But
gifted. I'm just gonna say gifted. A mouse pad. It just says ally with a rainbow.
oh, you're gonna say bequeathed.
So what is that what the word is?
Damn shot.
Damn.
Real highbrow art stream we've got going here. We used to have artist streams on this show that weren't talking about queefs and mouse pads, but now you're stuck with us.
No, I think we did.
Now you're stuck with us. I don't know, I can't tell if I'm drinking the paint water anymore.
That should have been the heading of the podcast. In quotation marks, I'm drinking the bay water.
I'm drinking the paint water. Also, it's the blob. I keep looking at him and remembering what could have been. Hayden yanked the blob out of the frame.
My god, his face is gnarly.
Every time I swap to the minicam, we get just horrendous static, so I'm refusing to use it anymore.
That's because Slenderman's near.
I don't know why.
We have to collect his
apologize,
pages.
Audience. These guys are gonna have to hold their minis up to the other cameras now. Which one are we doing? This one? Well, up. Yeah!
Uppies. The blob. Fred Dukes, the blob. Really cool character.
Horrific use in that one movie.
Yeah.
The tank.
Oh, tar.
The tank. Yes, Frank. The tank.
The tar.
I got it. Oh my goodness.
My goody gumdrops. What's a...
Have you seen the movie Shark Tale recently?
Oh my god. No, I've not.
You should watch it.
Yeah.
I watched it again recently. It's not good.
The shrimp scene
Yeah.
keeps coming up.
Yeah.
I like that.
She's taking the baby.
I had to take it in because she passed away.
He spent $1,300 on movie tickets. The Captain Marvel guy.
I don't like that he's called the captain.
God damn. God
They
damn.
should have put him in the MCU.
Yeah, he should have been the one to stop Thanos.
And then Brie Larson
he holds
punches
his-
him in the nuts.
He holds his hand up to block his punch. Is there a D&D class that you haven't played slash like want to play more of?
See, I do a lot of multi-classing.
Yeah.
I love wizards. Absolutely froth wizards.
Really?
Yeah. If wizards could heal, I'd play wizards. Way more. But I'm always the healer.
Take 1 level in cleric.
Huh?
Take 1 level in cleric.
Or take several levels in
Yeah, I know there's a
Bard for no
combo you
reason?
can do.
Just 1 level in cleric gives you cure wounds.
Yeah.
You can upscale cure wounds.
Just-
There you go. You got a wizard that heals.
Yeah. I know there is like things you can do it, but I just
berry.
Take 1 level in war cleric, and then you can wear heavy armor, and then you've got my
Yeah.
D&D character for hero.
Wow.
Yeah. I know there's like things you can do, but I'm like, you know, just like wizards. And that's why when I was looking at Daggerheart, I was like, oh my god, there are wizards that can heal. What are you doing?
I'm listening.
You're not. You're biting your friggin' paintbrush. Mind my language. What are you doing?
I'm biting.
You really have an oral fixation, don't you?
Would you say wizards are your favorite class?
Yes.
Nice.
And you, Kael?
Well, it used to be a ranger. Rangers used to be my favorite class of all.
But then you opened your eyes to the fact that they are shit.
Then I grew up after watching my first ranger die in front of me.
Because he couldn't... He couldn't do much.
Couldn't do much but shoot an arrow and fucking perish.
Hawkeye? For real.
Rangers are good if your DM just gives you all of the magic armor and just decides that your character is just their favorite. But it will not save them from being exploded by a vampire. I really like paladins. Paladins are my favorite because you get to be up in the action, you get to do lay on hands, you get to heat metal, you get to have a cool sword, you get to have sick armor. It's just the best of like all worlds. Paladins are great. You've got your oath as well, which is really cool. It leads to a lot of good roleplay opportunities.
Yeah, you can play an Oath of Vengeance Paladin and look at someone and go, I'm gonna smite you with the wrath of God. And you just have advantage on them for the rest of the combat.
Yeah. What are they gonna do?
Die.
Yeah.
I will say one of my favorite characters I played was a Warlock Paladin. It's just a good combo. The versatility of like, yeah, I can stand back and spellcast with Eldritch Blast and be fine, or I can get up in the mix and like sword and shield it and I'm still fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that Warlock exists for those kinds of people, but I've never been interested in Warlock. This isn't an indictment on other characters who have been Warlocks, but they are very main characters.
Yeah.
Hello.
Vampire Bat says, show me Mini, I'm off the clock now. But Mini cam is broken.
Do you want the slender cam?
Do it to this one. Oh, there we go. Whoa. That's so, yeah.
Dear.
I'll put a picture in the Discord.
Show me, meaning I'm off the clock. You know what they say, when you're off the clock, you're not working anymore.
You get the Glock.
Oh my god, amazing!
Wow, thank you.
Pass it to me, I'll take a picture of it.
Nice.
I'm not done yet.
Boom! Alright, you got 10 minutes. I'll take a picture of it in 10 minutes when stream's over.
Get owned, authority figure.
Nice work, Pookies.
Thank you. We're painting miniatures.
Extra special hip hop dance for you.
Boom, boom, pachika, jaboom, boom, pachika.
Ba-na-ba-da-na.
But you get to? Okay.
What perchance?
No. Perchance a theatre company.
What perhaps would a certain someone be on the clock for? Mayhaps it's a fringe festival of a performance that's happening with some people that are also in D&D Live Presents. Perhaps,
mayhaps, potentially, but no, it's not.
So if you caught the... What? If you caught the charity stream...
Is that the band?
If you caught the charity stream, you might have seen some people there. Specifically, the Resonator. What? Izzy and T. They're both involved, and they are putting on a show tonight.
With each other?
Yes. I've decided. I can make it happen, Brad.
No, that shit was happening long before you entered the picture.
When do you mean enter the picture?
When you were born.
Oh my goodness. I'm older than one of them. I think.
Really, really complicated lore in the friend group.
Yeah.
But as
Tell me about it, am I right?
As Hayden was saying, you can go see a Fringe show starring the fucking coolest people in the D&D Live situation.
And if you caught Sundered Hearts
100 shots.
with Emmett,
and
friend of the show, Emmett,
friend of the show, Emmett Astor.
E-Money, if you will, they wrote a show.
Yeah.
And you can go see it. It's very good. I cried.
It's really good. Apparently it's got more moaning in it. Catch that.
Huh? Who? Jules is in it.
Jules is...
Producer Princess is in it.
I don't know what that means.
Well, they don't... Why would I tell them that? They don't know that.
They don't know that. Jules is in the end credit scene.
Yeah.
She shows up and collects the Infinity Gem.
Jules will return.
Yeah.
Endgame. And I can still see all the endgame.
I can still see all the sun. Whoa.
Isn't the sun just a star?
It's the out of sync for me. Is that Druid Sandstorm?
Yes. Yeah, so if you're in the Perth area and you're wanting really wanted to see a show that's about, just two people that should be together but just aren't. They just aren't.
Two queers
But they should be.
doomed by the narrative. It's really good.
And it's really good. I cried.
I say this as someone who's not a lesbian. If you are a lesbian,
Wait.
you owe it to yourself.
Wait. You're not?
You owe it to yourself to watch this show.
Good.
It would be self-homophobic if you don't. Not just lesbians.
That should have been the tagline.
Boom radio.
Not just lesbians.
Not just lesbians.
I can still see the stars, not just lesbians. And if you want to, watch it and then think, want to watch it again, but slightly different. There's an understudy show.
There's an Undertale.
There's an understudy show that you could also go see.
Yeah. And that's cool. When the fuck does that ever happen? When do the understudies get to rise up? Huh? Thursday.
Maybe hypothetically, when does that ever
I was like, man, when the fuck do you see that? And the producer
Have
Princess.
you not seen High School Musical 3? Both the understudies rise up.
I've not seen High School Musical.
You should
3.
watch it.
I've seen Troy Bolton's Scream.
16 minutes left, gotta get it done. 16 more minutes, get ready, get on! I love High School Musical. I saw it in cinemas.
High School Musical 3 is one of cinemas?
Yeah.
Wow.
They opened to the shot of Zac Efron's sweaty brow.
Wow.
And he's looking down the barrel of the camera going...
Post-nut clarity Zac Efron?
on the b-ball court?
On the b-ball court?
Yeah.
Some people just love basketball like that. You don't...
I'll be basketballing.
I'll be ball. That's why they... No.
That's why they call it balling?
That's why they say ball is life, because...
B-balling, busting balls.
This is truly our best work.
No, it's definitely when we rated the architecture of Perth.
Yeah.
That was a highlight.
Oh my fucking god.
Who let us do that?
We were unsupervised. And then we later became content like the people who ran the radio station.
Oh yeah, Jules, be very aware we have done a coup before.
Yeah. We
I
have
spoke about it on one of the earlier episodes.
Yeah, we did a takeover.
we have toppled an empire.
Yeah, from the inside, very much Baron Zemo style. You love that guy, Jules. Even though he, I don't think what he did was right, but if you like him and you think what he did was fine.
Fun fact: Baron Zemo during an inauguration recently did a Roman salute twice. That's crazy.
Sorry, I'm holding. I fucked it up because I spoke. I was holding my breath because I needed to get this one bit, and I just absolutely booted it.
Yeah, I'm doing the bone on the wings now.
You didn't. Wow. Me when I'm eating the bone on the wings.
We're out of chicken on the on the bone.
How long do we have?
Do you really want them to know this about you?
Do we tell this story? It's definitely a my dad moment.
Yeah. It's always the worst when you like.
Jules, want to come over and tell the story? I'm getting a fierce head shake.
My mum says you can come over if your mum picks you up.
And I'll drop you off.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
There's just...
In the beginning.
What?
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
You okay over there?
In the begin. In the begin. Have you not seen the greatest work of our time?
The video of Travis Scott falling down an auto-tune?
That's right. Nothing. Yeah. No.
Pretty good.
Is this guy, this like preacher, who's trying to read the Bible, and he
just really can't do it.
He can't. But like, it's not like, although it would normally feel like making fun of someone who can't read, and I'm gonna be real with you, that is part of the equation, but also, he's just trying so earnestly and so lovely. Like he does a little jig. It's like in the beninging. Like he's having fun up there, and I love him for it. But also, yes, I am making fun of him in the beninging.
Terrible person, terrible.
Bone wings.
Long story short, someone was at KFC.
Someone, huh?
And they were like, oh, before you order, just know that there are no chicken on the bone and there are no bacon. What would you like to order? And I was like, oh, I've got an online order in this car. This is the order number. And they're like, yeah, cool. Is there anything else we can do for you? And I was like, yeah, can I get chicken on the bone and bacon on the side? And they were like, we don't have any. And I was like, no, it was supposed to be a joke. I'm so sorry. And they're like, what do you want?
That's like in customer service, like when you like try to be jokey as a server and the table just doesn't fucking read that you're joking. So you say some like whack shit and they're like, what? And you're like, no, I mean, what do you want to order?
What do you friggin' want?
Yeah. But it's crazy that can also happen to customers too, and that can also happen to maybe even Hayden.
It's a very my dad moment. I hadn't had a body experience, so I was like, I have become my dad. Oh, I've just been given the finger. Okay, we're gonna wrap up.
Me leaving the back of the cinema.
What? I've just been given the finger. I've just been fingered. So I've been told that is it. Thank you for being here for episode 4 of Primed and Clueless. It's been a wonderful time. We're going to come back next week and finish off our minis. I'm probably going to finish mine off stream because I have 2 to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, any final words from anyone else in the room?
Miniatures.
Okay, that's it from us. Give love to others as well as giving love to yourself.
Yeah.
Look out for others. Look out for yourself.
Miss you already.
Miss you already.